Hola mamacitas, welcome to another video, welcome to my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, I suggest you do because I'll be making more videos this summer. I'll be trying to upload as many videos as I can. I'm really trying to get all this YouTube thing going on right now, especially right now because I'm only taking summer classes, so I have a lot of time and everything. But yeah, bear with me and please give me any suggestions that you would like me to do or how I can do better and everything. So yeah, we're gonna start with the video right now. And if you already saw the title and everything, I'll be talking about being an Afro-Latina. As you can see, I have my flag in the back here. I'm from Honduras. Yes, I do speak Spanish, okay? For those of you who have asked me, oh my gosh, how did you learn Spanish? Oh my gosh, how are you black and how you speak Spanish? Well, today I'll be talking about that. I'll be talking about being an Afro-Latina. So we'll start. So as y'all may know, I'm from Honduras. I always share it on my Instagram. It's in my bio. It's in my Twitter. I'm very proud of being catracha. I love it. I'm never ashamed, and I love speaking Spanish. Even though I moved here in the US, I can't not stop. I love it. I just love speaking Spanish. Whenever I meet someone that speaks Spanish, I'm like, oh my god, it's the best thing ever because I can speak Spanish. But anyways, moving to the US has helped me improve my English, even though I've learned English and I know English all my life. I've known English since I was a little girl. My parents, they were born in an island in Honduras that's called Roatan. So people in Roatan, they're mainly black and Hispanic, and the black people there, they speak English, and even the Hispanic people too, they speak English. But it's I don't know if y'all have heard, little Caribbean accent. I've said it in I've shared it on my Instagram stories a few times. If you haven't heard it, then you should definitely follow me on Instagram so you can hear it. But anyways, we have a little accent, our little English is different. So when I was a little girl, yeah, I was born in Honduras, but I wasn't born in Roatan. My parents were born in the island, which is why I take pride of my Caribbean side and everything. But I wasn't born in the island. I was born in the city in Honduras. I was born in San Pedro Sula, and ever since I was a little girl, I know I spoke English and Spanish. I learned Spanish because I used to watch TV and all that, so that's how the Spanish came out. And my parents, then whenever we started school, we went to bilingual schools. So my siblings and I, we went to bilingual school, so that's how we know English and Spanish fluently. And yeah, being an Afro-Latina is awesome. I love it. I can never feel ashamed of it, even though people have tried. Not tried, but in a way, I sometimes people be like, oh my gosh, you're black and you speak Spanish or stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, y'all should read some books because there are black people that speak Spanish. One thing I don't like is when people come up to me and be rude, because this one time I was greeting and I was saying buenos dias and good morning. So I said both things just to see what the person was going to tell me. And whenever I said buenos dias, he went oh, how long did it took you to learn that? And he was laughing, and I was like, I speak Spanish. And he was like, oh really, really, where are you from? And see, that's one thing I don't like, when people do stuff like that, when they're like how can she speak Spanish, not knowing that they're Afro-Latinos, come on. But I try to understand, even though sometimes I don't, because it gets on my nerves. But I really just try to ignore it and not let it get to me, because I've been in so many situations, but it's cool though. But just be aware when you see me, and don't be speaking saying something bad about me in Spanish, because I understand everything. Every country in Latin America, you can find black people that speak Spanish. Like me, we're not different people. We're not creatures. It exists. So yeah, I like sharing that with people because I mean, it's cool in a way, but I'm like, really, you guys don't know that? Like, but it's nice for me because I'm able to share a lot and talk about it. Like, I feel like an expert. Like, no. But I mean, there's a lot of black people in Honduras. There's a not only do they speak English, but there's also black people in Honduras that are called Garifunas. Um, that's another like ethnicity, and they also like there's also black people everywhere. There's black people in El Salvador, Guatemala, Nicaragua, everywhere. Like there's black people in South America too. Also like Colombia, everywhere. Like they speak English, they speak Spanish. I mean, and and of course there's black people in the Caribbean. I mean, and some of them they also speak Spanish, kind of like Dominican Republic and stuff like that. So yeah, there's black people that speak Spanish, and then I'm one of them. I'm one of those. It's a really great thing, and especially because I get to share best of both worlds, I guess. I mean, yes, I'm black, and I love it and everything, but I also take pride of being Hispanic. I also take pride of my Spanish, like all my Latin like background and everything. So I never hide none of them. I'm proud, like love being black. And I mean, I guess it's mainly now that I've grown, that I've taken pride of all those things, and I love sharing it. I'm never embarrassed of speaking Spanish. Even though I moved here, I still speak Spanish. I love it. I will never stop. And I feel like the day I have kids, they're gonna speak Spanish. I'm sorry, but I have to make them speak Spanish. Like, I really will feel disappointed. Hopefully, I don't forget. And I'll keep this video in mind so I can remind myself that I have to share. Ever since I moved to the United States, I've been having to adapt to certain things. I've been here for like 3 years now, and it was hard for me at first. I didn't notice it like after a while that I was really like culture shock. Everything was so different, like from how people hang out, as the friendships and everything. It was pretty different to me, and I really had to adapt to that, especially because as an Afro-Latina, I felt like I not like I felt left out, but let's say if I would go to something like, well, now I'm fine, but if I would go to something like a party or something and it was just like African Americans, even though I'm black, I still felt like a little like out of place and left out, even though I listened to the music and everything. But there were certain things that I noticed I wasn't like aware of, like some songs like everyone like would sing all together, or like their dances and everything. I would be like I would just stand there and just stare and be a weirdo. But um but ever since I met my boyfriend now, like I've learned certain things. Like I've been able to, pronounce some words different to what I used to like try to say them. I used to say some words that did not make sense, but in my head they did. But I mean, also I've been able to learn like his culture, like the way they do things here, like the way black people do things here, and it's pretty different to how us black people do stuff in Honduras. So it's very different from the food and everything, like the holidays, how they celebrate stuff and all that. So I mean, being here, I've been able to learn all those things too, and being able to share that. Like I've learned a lot from my boyfriend. He has learned a lot from me, and also like he's been learning Spanish too, which is so great. I mean, not like professional, but he does try. He says some stuff in Spanish, which is really cool. And I mean, even though we're so different, and I mean, we're the same because we're black, but at the end of the day, we're so different, like culture wise, like the stuff I've learned, the way I grew up and everything, and that, like, it's so different. Like, we grew up very different. So it's pretty great, and I love being around like different cultures too. I'm able, like, I consider myself someone that is able to be able to connect with other people, so no matter the race or where you're from or whatever language you speak. Like, I just love being around other people and learning as to sharing like where I'm from and all that. So yeah, at the end of the day, now that I'm here in the US, living in Texas, I mean, it has helped me a lot to embrace where I'm from, because like now that I miss it so much, and I wish I was back home. Like I wish I could fly back whenever I wanted and everything. But I have to finish what I'm doing here, you know, and then I'll visit. um, and I really, really love my country. I'll never be ashamed of it. I'll never be ashamed of being able to speak Spanish, being catracha, being black, being me. So, yeah, I just wanted to share a little bit of that with you guys about me being Afro-Latina and everything, where I'm from. So if you guys would like to see more stories and everything, please subscribe. I'll be sharing more stuff with you guys about me and everything, and the things that I like to do involving fashion, of course, because I share that a lot on my Instagram. But I'll try to be more active on YouTube and everything, and share more about Honduras, and share, like I said, about me and where I'm from and all that. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please share it with your friends, family, and everything. That makes me so happy. And thank you guys for watching. If you are, I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.